Chris Peterson does this for two reasons. Number one, he does this to rattle the cage of the conference and of the television networks that, hey, we belong during the daytime. We deserve a better time slot because they're going to play Cal this weekend at 10:45 Eastern, which is 7:45 Pacific. But guess what? By the time that's in the second half, after midnight West Coast or East Coast time, a lot of the media that lives in the East Coast or Central time zones will have gone to bed. And that is problematic for their program in terms of getting attention. Number two, and obviously we live in a college football universe where there's a playoff and you have to be voted in. It's not just by record or ranking. Number two, he does this for a secondary reason. To wake up the media that, hey, we might play late, but you got to pay attention to us. And he's right. I live over here on the East Coast, and I'm thankful that I have the opportunity to stay up late because it's my job, because I've got Sunday morning football on Sunday mornings, and I've got to be able to make sure that I see everything. But so many guys that don't need to wake up and have a take on Washington football turn off the TV at 11 o'clock. Have to put the kids to bed. Have to get up Sunday morning and do something else. They've got to use Sunday to do whatever else. There's a lot of reasons that guys don't watch or gals don't watch that late, and it is problematic, and it's unfair to West Coast teams. And I totally, absolutely believe in the East Coast bias. Because ESPN is focused in Bristol, Connecticut, and because CBS and NBC are focused here in New York City, outside of Fox being focused in Los Angeles, whether it's Sports Illustrated, the New York Times, other major outlets that cover games, whether it's TNT in Atlanta, Turner Broadcasting in Atlanta, there's Huge, the Washington Post. This is all based around the East Coast time zone. And then you might get the Chicago Tribune or the Big Ten Network and things of that nature, but that's still the Central time zone. By the time you get to Mountain and West, yes, it's unfair. A lot of those games go unseen because everything else happened before it. And look at all the media and the attention on the SEC. Those are the Eastern and Central time zones. So Chris Peterson is absolutely right. And he needs to rattle the cage because Washington is legit a great program. This is the second year in a row that they're an elite program, and they deserve credit. Now, it's not like they're totally ignored. They're number 6 in the nation. But he wants to make sure people are watching and people are understanding, hey, we are legit, and we don't just play these late-night crazy Pac-12 games that everybody kind of looks at as a bit of a, oh, quirky fun. We're a legit great program, and they deserve that credit.